Good morning, guys. It's like almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Got this trailer dropped off to me early this morning, like 7:30. And this trailer was here the other day because one of the workers, when they raised the dump on it, this uh, this side of the tailgate caught the ground when he had it all the way up. He didn't have this all the way around and locked in. And what happened is when you have it all the way up, this corner is going to catch the ground. And what happened was he broke the weld, and so he brought it over the other day, and I re-welded it when he stood right here, and the door went, and I made the door fit everything fit perfect. Well, yesterday they really fucked it up. They were at the dump site and the same fucking thing. That bottom always catches the ground, and you can see a fresh break. That's fresh. And look at the door. Look between the crack right here. Dark, dark, daylight, 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 all the way through. And you can tell just by this that's twisted. This part down here is twisted. You can tell that this is the top portion. This should be even with this. And this part here should all be in. So, oh my God. So I'm hopefully I can use a come along and a chain to bend that back in. If not, then I'm gonna have to cut the hinges and re-weld them. So hopefully my method works with the chain and come along on the inside and trying to pull that in somehow to bend it back in. If not, then fuck, I'm gonna have to cut cut a weld right here, and then cut this right here, and cut this right here. If I can't get that bent back into where it's at, then I'll have to cut the hinges and then set this in there in place, close both doors, get it latched in, and then bring the hinges around and then get them re-welded up. That's the last thing I really want to do right there, is to have to cut those and re-weld the motherfuckers and shit. So, alrighty, let me get this ratchet strap off and see what the hell I'm working with. Hey guys, look how twisted that is. Look how twisted that door is. Jesus Christ. Well, the only thing to do is to where that new brake is, just to cut this off right here, close the door, close the other one, and then I'm gonna have to re-weld this. Cut it, close it, re-weld it. Oh, fucker. Alrighty, let me get at it. Hey guys, well, I got this cut, and you can see that this closing mechanism thing, it's really loose here, and then it starts getting tight right here. Well, the reason for that is they bent that whole fucking rod that goes in here. From there to there, they bent that fucking rod. And I don't have any torches here to heat it up and rebend it back. So we're going to have to just deal with it the way it is. But so now what they're going to have to do is, when they close this, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to push on the bottom a little bit to get it. Oh, I can't push it with. I had to push it with. But anyways, they're going to have to push it in at the bottom and then roll it over. Then they can lock it. And you can see why now that they're going to have to push on the bottom of the tailgate or the door is because look how far that's bent. So they have to push the bottom in to get it to lock. If that was straight, then they wouldn't have to push on the bottom. They wouldn't have to push on the bottom of this to get it locked in place, because if you look at it here, see how the top is pushing inwards? It's supposed to be straight across, but it's bowing inwards. Well, that bowing inwards at the top is because of this. If this was straight, then that would be straight. But since that is bent, it's going to make the top go in. So if I had a set of torches here, I have a set of torches here, but they're not filled, they're empty. But that's my problem. Anyways, if that was heated up and then bent straight, then it would all be straight and everything. But so now I need to see, look how off that cut is now. Look how off that is. So what I'm gonna have to do is do some trimming. I'll probably take the cutoff wheel that I've been using and trim some of that off so I can get it flush up against this, because you can see that it's got a gap and I don't want a gap in there. So yep, I'm gonna grind some of this down right here, or take the cutoff wheel and cut a little bit off. Then that way this hinge will sit back even with that. So let me get to grinding and shit on this. Alright, let's turn this up a little. Open it. Before I do that, let's see if I can weld that here. Okay. Let's open up the door and see what we get. Swings open good. Oh, I just need to weld the piss out of her. Alrighty. Let's see how that goes. Wow, looks like I've been doing this forever. Alrighty. Well, you remember when I said these guys are going to have to push down here in the corner? They're going to have to push on it, but they're not going to have to push on it as hard. See, what I'm going to do is there's there's a gap in between there. So what I'm gonna do is find some flat stock material or something that's got a little bit of a curve to it, and I'll weld a piece over the top of this to go onto this. So I'll weld a piece from over here to over here that will kind of have a little bit of a curve to it. But it's almost, for being that is bent, I've got it. Bring this little thing up like so. I got it to where you can just push on it, push on the handle with one hand, push in, and then start turning, and it locks in perfect. Hopefully my day will go simple like this the rest of the day, because Napa dropped off the alternator for that this morning too. So I'll be putting an alternator on that this afternoon, but I want to finish this up. So yeah, they don't have to push real hard. All they do is you put the two doors together, and you take your one hand and you push in a little bit, and you can see down there that I'm just pushing in a little bit, and it's locking right into place. That's how you want it. Not too much pressure to push in and turn, which is good. So yep, let me go find some material that I can put over the top of this to support it a little bit better and everything. So pretty cool, Jim. Alrighty, I will see you when I get this all welded up in the two pieces of plate, if I can find any in there and stuff like that. Hey guys, well, I got that one piece welded in for support. That kind of hard to see when the sun is shining in. But anyways, I got a piece across there that's welded into here and welded into the so see, I got it all welded up in there and everything. I'm deciding if I should put a piece on the front here, weld a piece in here, you know, that, get out of the sun, here we go, that's better. Anyways, I got that one piece welded on the back side for support. And then what I was thinking of is, let me get this pulled out of the way here. And I have to fix this because that's broke. Gotta weld something on there so you can put a pin in. And you, ow, damn it. Hurt myself there a little bit. But this top hole right here does not line up that good with this hole here. It's at an angle. So Anyways, yeah. Let me find something to fix that. And then let me find the only way to fix that. The only way to fix this whole problem. See how it's at an angle? You can sort of see down through there. This bracket. This bracket would have to be cut off. All this shit ground down a little bit. Then this bracket would have to be cut off, ground down, and then I'd have to open up this door. You know, I'd have to open up the tailgate like this, and then get a pin, stick a pin or a bolt down through there. Maybe I'll do that is get a long bolt and bolt it in there after I've cut this. Bolt this in and get it lined up and then re-weld that. Then this would be even with this, because as it is right now, this hole is up further than what that hole is down there. So you have to cut this, close the door or bring the door back, bolt this on there so it's nice and straight and lined up, bring the door over, then weld this cut bracket back onto the door. That way all this would line up, the holes would line up and all that stuff. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to talk to the owner and tell the owner that I'm going to do that and go from there. Alright, guys, sent a text to the owner, the picture and everything, and told him what would have to be done. This would have to be cut off, ground down, so it sits in farther, and that way all the holes will line up and everything. And since I'll be cutting this off to grind this stuff down in here, what I'll do is, since I'm grinding this off, and then I'll grind this stuff down and then weld the piece in here to beef this cut here up a little bit, so that when I cut this, grind it down, put a long bolt in it, bolt it up, tighten it to where it just barely moves with your fingers, then open up the door to where it needs to be, and then re-weld it to the door. So the owner said go ahead and do it, so I'm gonna go do it. Then he won't have to worry about it again. let me go find a nut and a bolt, and I can get that fixed. Well, guys, I got this. I took a good size thick washer, welded it on the bottom side. Now the bolt goes in there like it's supposed to, slides in and out like it's supposed to, with no bind ups or anything like that. So alrighty, well, let me get this in place and weld it up, and then I will come back and show you that. Alrighty, guys, let's check out the door. Close this. Take one hand and you put on here. Take the other hand and you just take this and you push it forward, and it just slides right in. Flip this up and it closes. No binding, no nothing like that. Pretty cool. Alrighty, guys, now let's try unlatching it and then locking it with the bolt. So you place the bolt in there and you slide it back until it drops in, and then it holds on there. Alrighty, guys and gals and whoever watches this video, I'm all done with this trailer. Gotta pick up all my stuff here. This stuff. So let me get you guys up here so you can see. Hmm. Alrighty. Here we go. Wow, look at that. That's a nice close right there. Alrighty, guys. Well, I am done with this trailer. So now it's on to the next project.